Well, hey there. Welcome back to another episode of No More Excuses. I'm your host, Sandy Ballard, the badass business coach. And last episode, I talked about with you quarter one. How'd you do? Did you finish strong? And what the second quarter was going to look like. We looked at wins, failures, stuff you're proud of, and the stuff you'd rather pretend didn't happen. And you said it, you committed that the second quarter will be different. Although we're not done yet, this month is pivotal to making shit happen. Whether you have to correct the course, step up your game, or even maintain your habits and focus so you stay on track. Let me ask you something. How has it been? Right? Are you already slipping back into the same patterns, same excuses, same comfortable mediocrity? Yeah, I asked it, and you need to think about it because it's truth check time. Here's the reality nobody wants to hear or talk about. Reviewing your quarter doesn't change your life. Deciding does nothing. Motivation? Temporary as hell. Only behavior changes your outcome. It changes all the outcomes. So if nothing feels different right now, it's because nothing is different. You don't need another notebook. You don't need another training or another fresh start Monday. You needed to execute differently. So we're 1 month into the second quarter. Are you being honest with yourself? Or have you already negotiated with yourself? I'll start next week. Things are just so busy right now. I need to get through this first and then I'll get to that. No, it's the same shit in a different outfit. So that's why you're stuck, right? Or plateaued because not everybody feels stuck, right? They're just not getting to where they want it to be. So let's call it out. You're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're not stuck because you're avoiding, or you are stuck because you're avoiding what's uncomfortable. Let me clarify that. You are stuck because you're avoiding what's uncomfortable. Because growth, it's inconvenient, awkward, and can be messy. And it exposes your gaps. Instead of facing that, you go backward to what feels productive but isn't. I like to say busy uh, because I hate that word busy. It's a four-letter word that I actually hate. And why do I hate it? Because you don't know if you ask somebody, or a lot of times I'll ask my clients, or even friends, how's your day? How's your week? Oh, so busy. I'll ask, doing what? And if you can't really finish that sentence or answer that question, you don't know because you're just running around like a dog chasing its tail. You're doing a lot of stuff, but are you being productive? Are you making progress? So, you're over planning, overthinking, reorganizing, talking about what you're going to do. I just caught myself dusting. Yes, dusting instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing. Now, sometimes dusting can be therapeutic and or cleaning the house in general. And I have written a whole paragraph and created structure for a workshop one time while I was cleaning my oven. But I had to just do something mindless like that to help my mind open up. So you have to just know the difference. Are you avoiding? Or are you actually giving yourself a break to think through something? Take a walk or go run. I used to go run and then I'd stop and, email myself a whole list of questions or to-dos. So, but you need to be real with yourself. Busy is not the same as effective. So we're looking at that, not to confuse you, but if you're catching yourself dusting, whatever your dusting is, or cleaning, or organizing, it's of doing what you know you need to do. That's when you need to catch yourself and say, what am I avoiding? What am I just trying to be busy doing? Because I'm trying to protect myself. You're protecting yourself from failing at something that actually matters, that actually is going to move the needle forward, right? So here's what changed everything in the second quarter. You stop asking, what should I do? Start asking, what am I avoiding? Because that is your roadmap. The hard call you haven't made, the conversation you've been dodging, the risk you keep pushing off. That's the move you need to make. not the 10-step strategy, not another vision board, that right there. And here's the a part that most people won't do. You don't wait until you're ready. You move while it's messy. You move while you're unsure. You move while your confidence is still catching up. Because confidence doesn't come first, action does. If this second quarter is going to be different, your standards have to be different. Not your goals, not your intentions, your standards. That means you do what you say you're going to do or what you've said you are going to do. But, right? Even if you don't feel like doing it, find your dusting, find out what you do when you're avoiding. That's your trigger to tell yourself, get my ass back to my desk, get your ass out in the community, out in the world, on the phone, do what you need to do and follow through, especially when no one's watching. You stop giving yourself excuses, the outs. Because right now, you're not losing because you're incapable. You're losing because your standards are negotiable. And winners, they don't negotiate with versions of themselves that wants to stay comfortable. They get out of their fuzzy slippers and favorite t-shirt world and go make shit happen. So here's the challenge. It's simple, but it's not easy. Pick one thing. Not five, not 10, one thing. One thing. That thing you know is going to move your business forward if you actually committed to it. And you can take this into your personal life. What's your personal goal? What is not moving that needle forward? So for the next 30 days, no excuses, no delays, no negotiating. You do it every day, period. That's how momentum is built. That's how confidence is built. And that's how results will happen. You don't need another reset. You don't need to another notebook, although I do like notebooks and post notes. You don't need another anything. You just need to back up what you said you wanted. Because second quarter doesn't care about your intentions. It responds to your execution. So the question isn't, can you do it? The question is, will you? Hmm? I'd love to hear. Let me know. Email me, Sandi with an I at sandiballard.com. Comment here, direct message me. Are you committed to you and your success? You still have 2 months to go. So will you make it? Or are you just going to give yourself another bullshit excuse and say, there's always next year. There's always next quarter. No, let's do this. We're going to do this together. All right. Make sure you email me, comment, post, whatever, direct message me. I want to hear if you're committed to your success. Until next time, cheers.